Alright everybody, so while I was editing this video together, I realized that a lot of the more recent videos have been about the house and updates and stuff like that. And quite frankly, I just want to explain why that is happening. Number one, the biggest reason is that's what I've been spending most of my time doing. Between that and work, I've been pretty well busy. And as you'll see, I've made quite a few upgrades to the house, so I have been quite busy. That being said, we are getting into the point of prepping and stuff like that for deer season, so more than likely this will be the last house update video in a while. So I hope you enjoy the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So glad you could join me today. I wanted to start today off with a bit of an update on the progress that we've been making with the house. We've been making a lot of updates to the house, little upgrades here and there, nothing major. That being said, the first upgrade I want to talk about is actually going to be handled by my wife. She did this actually before we even moved in, so there was a 1 week period between when the house was done and we actually started moving our stuff in. This was when Laura decided to take care of something that is extremely important to both of us, and that is keeping bugs out of our house. Unfortunately, in our last house, we did have some issues with some bugs, and we have learned how to prevent them. So I'm gonna go ahead and she's gonna go ahead and walk you through what we did, and then once we're done with that, we will go ahead and go over some of the additional updates that we've made to the house since then. Enjoy.
All right, our first full day moving into the house, and I put diatomaceous earth all along the baseboards and pretty much throughout the whole house. Now, the great thing about diatomaceous earth is that it kills most bugs, including the really pesky ones. So the one that I use, at least this time around, is the safer option. It's the food grade version of diatomaceous earth. And what I did is I put it in a Ziploc bag, cut off the corner. Definitely a lot cheaper than a lot of the fancy gadgets that are out there where you can make a straighter line, but I can't even tell where I put the diatomaceous earth, which is safe for kids and animals. But I go back over it with a broom and spread that stuff out. It can be pretty thin. So you can see that this baseboard is already done. Can't even tell it's there. And I just get it right along the edges of the carpet. So as you can see, I'm getting the closet now. So as you can see, it spreads pretty easy. So you just get it into the fibers of the carpet. She wants to play. Will you stop it? So then I basically just smooth it out. You can't even tell it's there. And I just smooth it out and get it into the corners underneath the baseboard. And yeah, that does it. That will go around the entire house. Now, it's funny because, like I said, can't even tell I did this room, but I did this room first. So, can't even tell it's there, okay? Got all the way around the fireplace and all the baseboards. And this basically stops any kind of crawling insects right in their tracks. They like to hug baseboards. And since this is a new house, I want to take all precautions. This is basically like my salt line against those demons. Not my house, not Mama's house. Here's our view out Rosalind's window there. But I did it everywhere, like pretty much all around every single baseboard, in this closet, in our closets, everywhere. Yep, even down the even down the steps. Now that was an accident. The bag exploded when I was kind of almost done. I was literally on my last 2 steps and the bag exploded and I was completely done. So yeah, gotta get that really into the fibers of the carpet there. And my helper taking her extended break. Rosalind, say hi.
Hi.
And so there you have it. Phase 1, getting the demons out of this house. Well, there weren't any, but you know, prevention is best. So anyway, that's it for now. And back to you, Daniel.
Oh, y'all, I hope you enjoyed that segment about how we prepped our house to keep the bugs away. Unfortunately, we're not the only ones who have been making some additions and updates to our house. Unfortunately, I've got neighbors. These birds spent days and weeks building this nest and then just straight up abandoned it. There's no eggs in it, no nothing. I don't know if maybe the babies had already been born, it just happened super fast, or if they built it and then got tired of people coming and going and gave up on it. I don't know what happened, but unfortunately, it's pointless. We let them build it just because we thought it might be cool to watch that happen, and well, yeah. I'm gonna rip it off here in a minute, but man, those goats are loud today. My cousin who lives next door has goats, and God, they're loud today. All right. Anyway, see you in the garage for the next update. As I've mentioned, we have been making a lot of updates to the house, little stuff here and there, but we have done a lot already. So I wanted to walk you through some of it right away. So starting off here in the garage, we're gonna go behind me here. Me and my dad, we built these shelves. Back behind me, as you can see, we still haven't got it all filled up or figured out yet, but we have that. Additionally, I built that workbench over there for all my tools and stuff, and I hung up the stuff over there on the wall. Saws, stuff like that. My favorite part of our garage, though, has to be this corner right here. I got a beer fridge right there. Boom. Got my fishing gear all hung up. Spoiler alert, I'm going to be doing some more fishing this year, more than likely. So I'm actually getting ready to purchase something that's going to help me with that. Stay tuned. Hint, hint. But who else you know got a TV in their garage? I'll be honest with you. The only reason I have a TV in my garage is because I had an extra TV. And when we were going through, we had an extra TV plug that we were able to put in. It was free, it was included, so we decided to put it in the garage. So there's plugs and everything up there, so that's pretty cool. If I'm ever out here, Bengals game, whatever, maybe I'm cutting up a deer, whatever, I can put the game on and I can still do what I need to do in the garage, which is awesome. This one, we've got our can crusher, stuff like that, and my wife's favorite thing, because she parks in here, is this little guy hanging from the ceiling. We got the one who looks frightened because, well, if you saw my wife coming at you with a vehicle, you'd be scared too. Anyway, we got that guy. Also, we got our bikes and stuff hung up over here. We've done a lot out here in the garage. That is not even close to the stuff that we've done in the basement, though. So stick around. We'll be there in just a moment. All right, so here we are down in my basement now. We're going to start with the first thing that is immediately obvious when you come into my basement, and that is this giant screen behind me, which is tied to this thing right here. I have a projector screen in my basement. That being said, we do have to run some electricity for this to work a little bit better, but and we also actually need a new projector. So if you know anybody, if you got any recommendations, put them down in the comments. I would really appreciate it. I need to get a new projector, preferably something that can handle 4K and that is super bright. All right. That being said, that's one update that we have. The other update, and me and my dad built this the same day we built the shelves in my garage. We also built a bunch of storage down here in my basement as well. So if you look, These totes up here on the top are all currently empty. So we have a lot more storage that we have not yet used. I am excited about this. This is one of the first things I wanted to do so that we could start cleaning everything up and getting everything starting to get organized. So you can see over here, I've got all my deer processing stuff. I've got the meat slicer right here. There's the grinder, all the vacuum bags, stuff like that. Here I've got my dehydrator. I got my jerky and sausage box right there. So I am ready to go. So when deer season rolls around and I start getting some meat, I am prepared for it. Next thing I want to show you, it's probably the least exciting. Alexa, turn on the office. Probably the least exciting part of this is my office. It's where I work. Every day I work at home. So this is where the magic happens. So I actually just added that coat rack today. Prime Day, woo! So I just added that coat rack, but this is where I work. I sit here at this desk and get my work done. But nothing special there. That's just where I work in the mornings. It gets a little chilly down here though. All right. And probably the part of my basement that I am most excited about at this time is my hunting corner. That's what I'm going to call it, the hunting corner. So as you can see, I took some pipe hangers and I hung up some clothing racks. So I've got all my camo hung up and organized, starting over here with coveralls and bibs and coming all the way down to the kids' hunting clothing down here on the end. Additionally, as you can see, I hung up the crossbow and my traditional bow. I hope to hunt with that a little bit this year, but not holding my breath just yet. Other thing I have right here, and I am still currently working on getting this kind of finalized, this is going to be my archery workstation. This is where I can come down here, work on my bow if I need to. I'm looking into getting a bow press, an arrow cutter, all of the things that I have to pay somebody else to do for me, I want to be able to do myself. All right, none of the stuff that on a bow is that difficult. I can do it myself. I just need a place to do it, and I need the equipment to make it that much easier. But as you can see, I've got my extra broadheads hung up here. I've got my crossbow lighted nocks, got my field points, got my feeder up here. You'll be seeing that in action here shortly, probably. But this is my hunting corner. It's still a work in progress. And as you can see, my garage is still wide open. So eventually we are going to be coming down here. We're going to be running electricity, like I mentioned. We're also going to be, excuse me. We're also going to be dividing off, putting in some walls. We're actually going to build an actual room down here. Now, whether or not it's going to be my office or if it's going to be a bedroom, we haven't quite decided yet. But that is the goal in the near future, is to start actually finishing this basement. Now, are we going to do that this year? Honestly, probably not. It's probably going to be more of a cold weather type thing, but we'll see. So that's the update in the basement. Stick around. I'll walk you through some of the updates we've made to the rest of the house. All right, everybody. So a lot of the other updates we made, actually, I found I was just thinking about this, and they end up being in our bathroom. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through some of the updates that we made in our bathroom. So obviously stuff beyond like a shower curtain, that's just a given, stuff that we have to have. But in our shower, we've actually made quite a few updates. So probably the biggest update we made is up here. We like to have a shower head with a hose attached for washing dogs, washing just hair or whatever. So we went ahead and changed out the shower head. And then we also added these command strip soap holders. And we got our cleaning brush on that one. One additional thing that I've started doing is I switched to Duke Cannon soap. They're not a sponsor yet, but I switched over to Duke Cannon soap, and I use this little pouch, and it holds the soap, and I can use that in place of like a loofah. I've been using it for a while. I absolutely love it. So yeah, it's pretty neat. You can also get them for like regular size soap bars as well, which is what my wife has been using as well. So beyond that, one thing that I thought was kind of weird in our bathroom is they did not give us like hand towel rings or whatever. So I went ahead and added a couple of those here and over there, just so we have rings for our hand towels. That's about it here in the bathroom. Beyond that, we've added a few things here and there into the house, nothing major, but we have added a few things here and there. We did add this screen to the front of our fireplace, so that honestly, so we can use it and not have to worry about burning it. But beyond that, I mean, it's very much, pretty much that's it. We added the TV above the fireplace, but I think you've probably seen that by now. But that's pretty much all we've added so far. That being said, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed the updates to the house. That being said, let me know if you guys have any other ideas, things that we might want to consider doing to upgrade our living situation. But I want to thank you all so very much for watching. You have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. If you're getting ready to go to bed, you have a good night's sleep, and I will see you all on the next video. I almost forgot. As you can see, it's empty. I don't know. That's done.